Hello, I'm Howard, pastor of the Roseville New Church, and welcome back to Spiritual Shorts. This is the second in a two-part series, Restoring True Christianity. In part one, we asked an important question. What happens when the foundations crumble? We talked about why faith needs a strong foundation and how when life shakes us, we have to hold on to what is unshakable. Today we're continuing that conversation by breaking down the foundations of faith that can never be shaken. If you're looking for a faith that lasts, stay with me. The first foundation must be the Word of God. And listen, it's more than just a book. The Word is a bridge between heaven and earth, a living truth that transforms us. But here's the thing, it can't just sit on a shelf. It can't just be words on a page. It has to live within us. That's why Jesus said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." A strong foundation isn't built on just one thing. It rests on other pillars that hold our faith steady. Love. A faith that's real must be expressed in action. Faith. A faith that endures must be rooted in truth and in trust. And piety. A faith that thrives is strengthened through worship, whatever form that takes. And when we feel the world is shaken, when we wonder what the righteous can do, remember, God never leaves us without a remnant. As we discussed in part one, He always preserves a faithful core, even within each of us. Swedenborg wrote that this remnant is our inner connection with God, the foundation He has placed in our hearts. And you know when you're touching that remnant? When you start asking these very questions about yourself, your faith, and this world around us. That is evidence that God is stirring something in you. But here's where it gets really personal. What can you do? The Stoics had a powerful insight, one that aligns with faith. We don't control what happens around us, but we do control our thoughts, our desires, and our actions. What we can change is how we respond to what happens around us. When we seek to build a strong foundation, the focus isn't on what's crumbling around us, but on what we can strengthen within ourselves. Our job is to cultivate love in our hearts, to root our faith in truth, and to live our worship in ways that shape our daily actions. As we grow in these foundations, they don't remain personal. They extend into our families, our friendships, and even our communities. And by living with integrity, kindness, and devotion, we become a source of stability, reflecting God's unshakable presence in the world around us. Yes, the psalm asks, if the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? Well, this is what we can do. We can choose love over apathy. We can choose faith over fear. And we can choose inner transformation over external condemnation. We can choose worship over distraction. And when we do, we will become part of God's faithful remnant, living proof that his foundation cannot be shaken. So here's your challenge. Take a foundation check. Ask yourself, is my love for God expressed in action? Is my faith rooted in truth? Is my worship shaping my life? And you know, if the answer to some of that is no, don't worry. God is patient. He's ready to help you rebuild. Let's build each other up. Drop a comment below. Which of these foundations do you need to strengthen? Let's encourage one another. And if this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You know, someone you know might need this message today. God bless you.